flowers weren't supposed to bloom until May? Apparently I was wrong, because this flower, Marc-Andre Fleury flower, is blooming. He now has 2 shutouts in his past 3 games. His latest come against the LA Kings, the defending Stanley Cup champions. Granted, this is not the true LA Kings. They're missing some of their best players in Anze Kopitar, Marin Gaborik, Slava Voinov, but they still had Drew Doughty, that 70s line, arguably the best line in hockey right now, and he shut them down. While he was not overly challenged, the shots were not very difficult, as Dustin Brown said. He made the saves he had to make, and he was great. 2 shutouts in 3 games. Great. He's blooming. It's October. Now let's see if he can bloom again in May, when flowers are supposed to bloom, because lately he's wilted in May. So yes, Fleury bloomed. Fleury was great. The Penguins are great. Even though they gave up 36 shots, they did not give up a lot of quality shots, and sometimes the shot count can be misleading, because while you do not want to get outshot on a nightly basis, that is not something that the Penguins have done, and it's okay if you're getting outshot, if you're giving up shots that are not great scoring opportunities, which most of the shots last night were not. That was because the Penguins had 7 power plays, so they were actually getting more scoring opportunities, even though they got outshot by the Kings. And Martin Jones actually, I think, had to work harder, in my opinion, because he was always trying to kill penalties, and the Kings normally have a pretty good penalty kill, but when you're missing so many key guys out of the lineup, Anze Kopitar, who's one of their best penalty killers, Trevor Lewis also was not in that game, it affects your lineup, it affects your chemistry, and you're not going to be as good without those key guys in the lineup. They just took too many penalties, and that's what the Penguins won. On the power play, again, they went 2 for 7 on the power play, 2 for 5 maybe, something like that. They scored 2 power play goals, and they're the only team in the league that has scored multiple power play goals in multiple games this season. Back-to-back games, they've scored power play goals, more than 2 power play goals. So that's a good sign. Their power play, while it's dropped a bit, it's now 39.1%. It's still by far tops in the league, and it looks disgusting. It looks so good. Every game I say, okay, like the power play can't keep being this good for a long time, but it continues to amaze me. I don't know how they do it. It's just so good. But that third goal was not on the power play, and that was just, Crosby. Man, he just bullied his way through that. His puck handling and his stick control on that goal was amazing. Kunitz, all he had to do was tap it in. All the work was done by Crosby, and Hornqvist was there in front screening Jones. It was perfect. That was an amazing goal. That was a true test of talent. And that line, I did think that putting Hornqvist and Kunitz on the same line was redundant. I still would like to see Dupuis on that line, but man, you know what? They're winning. It looks really good, so why break it up? Why break it up? It's been really good, and Dupuis is a point-per-game player playing with Malkin. He looks really good. Como looks really good. Things are going well right now. The fourth line is still a pile of dog poo, and they actually recently called up Jason Magna yesterday. Magnatron. Sorry, lame joke. So, I hope that he would play. He did not take part in the morning skate and line rushes, which would suggest to me that Zach Sill is playing. For reasons I have no idea. Sill has got to be one of the worst players in the NHL. I saw an interesting stat yesterday. Sill is an exclusive and not so elite company. He is one of only 5 players in the NHL to play 20 games or more and not record a single point. He's played about 27 games and he does not have a single point in the NHL. He has 1 shot on goal this season. 1. What is his purpose on the fourth line if he's not shooting? He plays 6 minutes a game. It's a wasted spot in the lineup. Jason Magna could be playing there. He can provide speed, he can kill penalties, and he can provide offense. You call these players up, why not use them? The old regime loves Zaxa way too much, and the new regime loves him too, and I don't understand. At least with Dan Basma, he played Jason Magna. He played him in tough situations with Malkin, and he showed that he can play. I don't think he's a top six forward. He's definitely a fourth line player, if not a third line player. So why Sill is playing and Jason Magna is not is news to me. But if they want to send Sill down, he's going to have to clear waivers after today, I believe, because he's played a certain amount of games in the league. His 30th game, I believe. So that's good news. So maybe someone will claim him off waivers. Fingers crossed. Anyways, so I'm sorry that this video again is 2 days late. They're playing again in like 3 hours, but it was Halloween last night, so I was out celebrating, and I'm still celebrating with my little bat earrings. Woohoo! Anyways, yeah, so happy late Halloween, happy November, happy Movember for all you men who are doing Movember, and yeah, that's all for this one. Penguins take on the Buffalo Sabres tonight. The league worst, even though they're not the league worst, but in terms of points, but they really are the league worst. The AHL Buffalo Sabres tonight, a historically bad team. They are averaging about a goal a game, and worst in the league, and the Penguins are averaging 4 goals per game, best in the league. So good luck to Buffalo. I would expect Christian Ehrhoff to have a huge game against his former team that bought him out, and Crosby as well. He always lights up Buffalo, and so does Malkin. And Fleury is starting in goal again tonight, which makes sense. He's played really well lately. Why not keep it up? Though I would like to see Grice get in more games because he's a very underrated backup, I think, and he only played in the one game. He hasn't really had a chance to get into rhythm and get into groove playing with the team. This will also mark Ole Mata's last game for a month before his surgery, so I expect him to go out with a bang, and I would be interested to see who would take his spot. Robert Bertuzzo probably, but they'll probably also call up Scott Harrington as a 7th D-man, but they are actually going to have to play him. So that would be interesting to see if Bertuzzo's not ready. Maybe Scott Harrington will get in the lineup, or Dumoulin, because he played a couple of games last year, and I was very impressed. He's definitely NHL ready. He's an NHL caliber defenseman. It's just only a matter of time. And yeah, that's all for this one. Please like if you like this video, subscribe if you really like it, tell your friends, share with everyone, comment in the comments box below. What do you think of how October went for the Penguins? What did everyone do for Halloween? What were your costumes for Halloween? And I'll see you after the game tonight. Let's go Penguins! Woohoo!